So the Legend got its door installed. So this is the replacement door that has nice molding all the way around. And now the side view mirror is going on. So getting things pieced together here, looking pretty solid. These guys are also working on my buddy Mike's NSX. Just checking on the GS. So this car is still under construction here. Got this work up here is completed on the A-pillar, which was a critical area. The 94 Legend GS sedan 6-speed has come out of paint. It's still gonna need some cure time as well as some polishing and buffing and all of that, but looking really solid so far. There's my bumpers that just came out of paint yesterday. The back bumper reinstalled. Spoiler is next to go and looking really good. This car is coming along nicely. I'll be having my guys over at Triple J Auto Glass do the windshield and back window moldings. But other than that, we're getting one step closer here. Just picking up the seats from Naro at Trim Fit. He knocked it out of the park with this one. I'll show you when I get back to the house the quality of the upholstery work, but ended up doing the 2 front seats and the top of the rear seat back. I'll show you a little bit more about that in a second. This is the look that's consistent with the brochure pictures, and even though it looks a little bit sort of extra material through the center here, it does sort of tighten up in the short term, and it will look once it's installed in the car, it's going to look absolutely perfect. So huge thanks and shout out to Trim Fit Upholstery here in Phoenix for the work that they do. Some exciting updates on the 94 Legend GS. This car is really starting to come together quickly now. You can see the fresh coat of Sherwood green pearl paint, the spoilers installed, the mud guards are on. We're just lacking, and I'll do a complete walk around here in a second, a few pieces of molding. He said the battery's kind of struggling. And then I have the complete interior for this car back at the house that will go in here as soon as the paint work is completed. So let me show you a little bit about what's the latest and greatest on this project car. Interesting thing about the 94, 95 Legend sedans is that unlike the 94, 95 LS coupes, these bottom rocker moldings actually stay black finished instead of color matched. So that is all staying correct on this car. The other thing that I'm gonna be addressing after the fact is the window molding. These are always a pain point on Legend restorations. So you can see it's kind of peeling back here. This is supposed to be black all the way around, and over time, this car's 30 years old now, over time it's peeled up. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is taking this to Triple J Auto Glass, the same ones who worked on the Sherwood Green Coupe. They'll remove the window, put a universal style rubber gasket around here, and seal it all up that way. As for the front, that's gonna get the original moldings put back in here with some new clips and sealant and whatever they need to do, along with the cowl piece that goes down here. And the windshield is actually pretty new. Right before I brought the car down here, I remember having that replaced. So, but the body lines are awesome. This car is going through its sort of final cut and buff phase of the paint process. We have the lower bumper piece, again, black painted, sort of a matte black on this car. That stayed factory correct. The fog lights were on the car when I got it, which was really cool. One thing that we changed here was the lighting. So this car had a set of clear corner lights up here, and then these were also cleared out. There's a kind of an amber colored bezel in there that people break out to give a more Euro clear look. But this car, being that it's gonna be a factory fresh specification restoration, is getting its original colors back in there. The engine's gonna need a comprehensive detail when this is all said and done, obviously. And then the interior is a long ways from complete. I do have new carpet sitting at the house that will go in here. This seat doesn't even go to the car. That's a coupe placeholder seat. The console is going to be sent out for refinishing. Trying to think what else we have going on here. This door, if you remember in a recent video, this door actually came from a parts car. And the reason why it needed to be swapped in was because this window molding up here was all buggered up, and you know, on the highway and stuff, it would detach and fly away, and it was much easier to replace the door there versus trying to get that fixed. So this purple window tint on that one is going to have to come off. I'm going to leave the car totally tint free in this case. I've kind of grown to like the greenhouse or fishbowl look on some of these, because especially when you're spending all that money on a new interior, you want to showcase the results when you park it at shows and things like that. Holy moly, I can't believe this is the same car I dropped off here in September. This Legend GS has been reborn just like the coupe was, in the same color about a year ago. So holy cow, it needs some time to soak this thing up, but the next phase is coming right up. It's gonna be some of the trim around the windows and everything, but man, these guys always knock it out of the park. It's too bad it's overcast today. All right, just finished with the Apex guys doing a little bit of a walk around. So everything went pretty much as planned with this thing. I have the car idling right now because the battery is a little bit slow. Car's been spending a lot of time just sitting, as you can imagine. Really 4 months, I guess, since this project started, the paint anyways. I've had the car now for well over a year, and really the video and pictures don't do it justice, the depth and clarity of this paint. And it was a California car to begin with. Didn't have any really crazy rust issues or body damage, but just had been a little bit neglected, and it was also 30 years old and had a prior pretty poor condition respray. So to start with a project like this, you almost have to go all the way down to bare metal to get a decent starting point, and then kind of go from there. This is going to be the windshield molding on the passenger side, so we're basically going to reuse these, and they're in okay shape, but they don't make them anymore, so that piece is going to go here. There's a center section that is going to get refinished and installed up there. That's this piece. I'm super confident with these guys at Triple J. They did a phenomenal job with the 95 LS, and man, I still can't get over that paint. Just unbelievable. We are back in business with fresh moldings. Actually, we reused this piece off a parts car, the top center piece for the windshield. These ones, if you get close enough, you'll see some cracking here in the surface. That's pretty deep and would take some refinishing effort to overcome. So just recoated them with a fresh coat of spray paint. This is going to clean up okay. It's the replacement cowl that at least isn't missing chunks of the sort of coating there. And then out back, this was the same process as the 95 LS Coupe, where the window was removed in its entirety and this universal seal was placed all the way around. And it looks very factory in terms of, you know, overall appearance, especially if you get a little further back. Much better than having that sort of busted up chrome piece that would be difficult to refinish and never quite look right. So, wow, can you just believe the shine on that paint? It's really showing up today with the slight cloud cover that we have today. But can't say enough about the quality of work at both Apex Wet Werks and Triple J Auto Glass. These guys hit a home run with this car and makes me really excited to take it the rest of the way to the finish line with the restoration process. Having a low voltage starting struggle with this battery, so I'm going to do a quick swap with the battery from my other Legend sedan just to get it down the road for a little bit while these next couple pieces come together. Next thing I'm going to do is take this car down to Top Shop. It's a place that I've used in the past, not too far from my place, that does convertible tops, but they also do other interior work. And so I have a fresh carpet kit over there that's going to go in this car. It's just, these stains could maybe come out, but it's just gross carpet overall. And I feel like it's one of those classic cases in any restoration where you kind of say, as long as we're in here, you know, the seats are already out, the console's out, this should be an easy remove and install. And so I think it's worth the effort once you get in this far to an interior rehab to just do what you can. The carpet kit's from a company called Stock Interiors, and interestingly enough, it's the same universal kit for both Legend Coupe and Legend Sedan. And this carpet's just kind of seen better days. So excited to see what the replacement kit will look like in here. Here's the Top Shop. It's kind of a cool spot on Indian School in Central Phoenix. These guys did the carpet on my last Legend, and excited to see how this turns out. And there's my ride home, is the Moto Compacto.